Ibrox Park are Ray Wilkins and John Motson.
If it's a miracle Rangers are after, they're hoping the aerial power of Mark Hateley might supply it. Hateley, who had European experience with Monaco, didn't figure in the first leg in Belgrade, but he scored twice against Hibs here on Saturday. But here's a man who scored 3 times last week for Yugoslavia in the European Championship. Darko Panchev is the Red Star centre-forward, who tonight will be hunting for the away goal, which could put the tie beyond Rangers' reach. Well, the headlines in Scotland today were made by what's being called the Terry Butcher affair, and without the transfer-listed England defender, and with Kuznetsov injured, Rangers are pleased that number 6 John Brown passed a late fitness test. In attack, Mo Johnston is out with a hamstring injury, so at number 8, the 32-year-old player-coach Davy Dodds extends the European career that he enjoyed with Dundee United and Aberdeen. And with McCoist also starting the match, Graham Souness goes for broke. Well, Red Star are able to field the side that won the first leg. Number 7, Prosinecki, caught the eye in Belgrade, and so did number 11, Binic, who spent a week on trial at Portsmouth last season. And one of their top internationals from Red Star, Savicevic, has recovered from injury and is named among the substitutes. Referee tonight, Bo Carlson from Sweden, with 2 Swedish linesmen. Well, Ibrox is not full tonight, but there's plenty of noise as Rangers play from right to left in the first half. And this is Radinovic, the right back for Red Star, and it's McCoist on the chase here. They've got to go for goals, and the earlier they can get one, the better, Ray Wilkins.
Yes, that's right. It's going to be a tremendous game here this evening, and as you say, the earlier they can score, the better. They're up against a super side in Red Star Belgrade, but I'm sure if they can score early on, then we've got a chance.
Spackman with the header, and then McCoist. Play on. Red Star had the advantage. This is number 8, Stosic. Binic. And already Red Star show that they haven't just come to defend. Number 11, Binic, with a shot. Bit of swerve on the ball here, I think, as he fired this one in at Chris Woods. Trevor Stephen. Dodds. Stephen. Hateley is positioned beyond the far post, waiting for a cross. It's still Stephen. Good play on the ball. Spackman. Number 3, Monroe. Wide again, Gary Stevens. Stephen. Monroe. And Hateley causes the goalkeeper discomfort. The second challenge was penalised by Mark Walters. That's what the pushing's about. But Hateley's sheer presence seemed to worry Stojanovic, who we all thought was weak on crosses in the first leg. Here he comes and can't collect it.
I actually think Mark Walters was a bit unlucky there. He's gone in and challenged the goalkeeper and actually played the ball.
This is going to be a drop ball, and look where it is. McCoist. Well, that was a favour for Rangers, the way the referee dealt with that. It's helter-skelter football here without a doubt. Storming opening to this European second leg. Sabadanovic. Spackman. Stephen. This is Spackman again. And Gary Stevens. Forward by Jugovic. Radinovic. Foul by Walters. Panchev. Oh, good header by Goff. Najdowski. Sabanadzovic. Oh, good control. Jugovic. He almost found Panchev. Free kick, though. Foul on Goff by Panchev. Long ball from Gary Stevens, looks for Haitley, and Dodds is in there. Won't get away with that, though. And the referee has gone to his pocket here. Yellow card for Davy Dodds. For that little piece of cheek, he gets booked. Goalkeeper was about to clear the ball, and Dodds challenged him and was booked. Brown. Haitley. Walters. Now there's some good running to the right here and to the left with Haitley, but perhaps the ball should have gone the other way, really. There were three players to the right of Walters. Here's Spackman. Still. He's got the free kick, which is really what Rangers wanted there. Oh, appeals there as Goff was fouled, but nothing's been given. They wanted a penalty, Rangers. Walters fighted the ball in, and there was a bit of rough and tumble in there. But Red Star are breaking with Binic, and Posanecki's in the middle, and Jurovic is coming in with the header. Oh, and that was nearly the away goal, which would have killed the tie stone dead. And Jugovic, coming in at the far post, got a free header in, really. Rangers were still recovering from an appeal at the other end. Binic crosses, and here's the number 10, and it floats wide. And again, Trevor Steven throwing himself into the challenge. Tries to find Spackman. Oh, he did. Still Spackman. Oh, blocked off by Najdowski on the edge of the area, number 6. Free kick to Rangers, obstruction. Spackman said it's inside the area. Referee doesn't think it was. In fact, he must speak to Najdowski. It was a blatant piece of obstruction, and the number 6, who was booked in the first match in Belgrade for a tackle on Johnston, now just stands in Spackman's way there. Free kick to Rangers. Can they profit from this? Steven. Oh, good header out. Gary Stevens and Munro both supporting there, but it's Posanecki. And Trevor Steven did awfully well. Now Spackman. Walters. They've got runners on here. McCoist. Oh, and the goalkeeper spooned it out. It wasn't a hard shot from Ali McCoist, but Stojanovic looks very nervous indeed. Played in by Walters. The number 9 gets no real power in that, but look at the goalkeeper. It's a corner, and Rangers still battle away. Goff. 1 against 1 here. Well won by Stevens. Munro. Well played by Steven. Walters. It's surely got to come in earlier from Mark Walters. The Ibrox crowd urging Rangers towards what would be perhaps the priceless first goal. Goff and Haitley in there together. Trevor Stephen was out there with the shot, and Red Star survive again. And now here's some trouble for Rangers. Spackman got caught out of position. It's Sabodanovic. And now it's Stosic. But Panchev is just a yard away from the ball at the moment, every time they try and get him in there. Five minutes to go in the first half. Spackman for Rangers to Stephen, who's playing extremely well in midfield. Here's McCoist. Walters. John Brown. Spackman. Oh, that's a mistake, is it? Oh, Gary Stevens, brilliant. What a good effort by the fullback, because if he hadn't won that tackle, Stevens, Rangers could have been conceding a goal by now at the other end, Ray.
Yes, that's right. That was a tremendous challenge from Gary Stevens. I'm quite happy in actual fact that it was Prozanetsky it was against, because he doesn't obviously fancy a tackle, Prozanetsky, but it's a marvellous challenge from Gary.
They could really do with the first goal now, coming up to half-time. Stephen with the free kick. Haitley. Brown. Back again to Haitley. Dodds in the middle waiting. And Haitley goes for the line. Corner. Taken quickly. Stephen. And the goalkeeper got a good punch on that. Vinic looks for Panchev, and this is where Brown and Woods have to be alert, and they were. And the goalkeeper's injured. He had a good punch there on the last cross, the captain and goalkeeper Stojanovic, and I think he's still suffering from being winded when he made that clearance. Because Haitley is proving an obstacle to him in the air. That was Haitley's flick. On by Stephen. Oh, that's really good skill. Fabulous play by Marovic, the left back, who was in a kind of defensive midfield position there. Foul. It was Stosic on Haitley. We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Rangers perhaps with one last throw here before the interval. Haitley is up for it. Dodds. Going to be a corner. Trevor Stephen to take it. Haitley! It dropped kindly for the goalkeeper. Haitley would have been pleased with the way he got to the ball, but perhaps not quite so pleased as to where he directed the header. He was challenged, though, got up well. Walters, Stephen, McCoist tries to tee it up. It may be for Spackman. Haitley. And a corner given away by Belgrade, but Haitley might have profited more with that, I thought.
Mark will be disappointed with this. His first touch actually lets him down there. That was on his good foot as well, his left side, and he'd have been expecting to get a shot in there.
It's Walters with the corner. Haitley comes in again, and they're defending desperately against him here, Red Star, and they're breaking as well now themselves. Stosic. Panchev going through, but the end of the first half in which Rangers have failed to crack the nut, but you can't say they haven't tried. They've had a real go at it with Haitley up there prominent, and they may feel when all the huffing and puffing is over that perhaps they should have had a penalty because on one cross there was certainly perhaps an argument for handball, but on aggregate there's still 3 down. At half-time, 19-year-old Sandy Robertson comes on for Rangers as substitute in place of Davy Dodds. But perhaps a more significant substitution on the Red Star side, because they're stripping off their reserve goalkeeper, Zelcho Kaluderovic, who comes on because Stojanovic was injured in the first half and cannot continue. Hope there perhaps for Rangers. I just wonder what sort of test of nerve this will be for the number 2 goalkeeper. He could hardly have expected to be involved tonight. And he wasn't even on the bench in the first leg. And Rangers will want to test him as soon as possible here. Haitley's in there. Robertson, the substitute for Rangers. Goff. Stevens. Brown away from Vinic. Oh, well played by Spackman. And again, he created that. Here's Stephen. And Walters, chance! Walters! Oh! Well, while that was happening, Rangers are going to be forced into their second substitution. Tom Cowan is getting stripped because there is an injury problem here, Ray.
Yes, that's right. It's a bit of a toss-up, I think, who they're going to take off. Richard Goff seems in quite a bit of discomfort. There we see the Mark Walters shot going wide. I actually thought that was a corner.
Walter Smith trying to attract the referee's attention here. Stosic for Red Star. Oh goodness, they've got the ball out to Vinic, and they've got 3 in the middle. It's still Vinic, and here's Prosinecki. Prosinecki's cross, Panchev. Oh, that's a great goal. And it's the man who we thought would be the danger, Darko Panchev. And they've got the away goal. And there are huge celebrations going on among the Yugoslavs in the crowd. And down by the bench, you wouldn't believe it. The linesman's in there trying to stop them from doing this. And Panchev, who was booked for celebrating in the first leg, has scored again. This is Vinic, up against a below full fitness Richard Goff, I think. Gets the cross in. Watch for Prosinecki on this side. Monroe doesn't get hold of it at all. Prosinecki knocks it back in. And as the ball comes to Panchev, magnificent control with the head and an acrobatic volley. A really great finish here, Ray Wilkins.
Yes, I think that's a great finish from a world-class striker. He takes 2 touches on his head and then volleys a tremendous shot. Unstoppable. Chris Woods makes a valiant attempt, but can't keep it out the net. Very unfortunate for Rangers.
Haitley's header on, and Belo Dedic unruffled at the back. An interesting career. He played in Romania for Steaua Bucharest, helped knock Rangers out the European Cup 3 years ago, and now he's back in his native Yugoslavia, threatening to do so again. Here's Vinic. Panchev and Prosinecki are both forward. Here's Prosinecki. Oh, what skill. He's found Marovic. Vinic.
That was marvellous, that was tremendous technical ability from Prosinecki there. Here goes Prosinecki with a lovely trick. Sets up the fullback, who whips in a tremendous cross, and they were a bit unfortunate not to add to their total.
McCoist back again to Brown. Here's Walters. Jugovic for Red Star. Quarter of an hour to go here in the second leg at Ibrox, and the Yugoslavs in a comfortable position. 1 up on the night, 4-0 on aggregate. Booking their place in the quarter-finals in March. Savanadzovic to Prosinecki, and now it's 3 against 2, and Panchev away on the left has got Binic on the far side. Others are arriving now. That's Stosic. Red Star have been a little bit wasteful once or twice with their final pass. Otherwise, it could have been worse for Rangers. Nigel Spackman trying to pick out McCoist here. Oh, the header goes in, and there's a goal. Rangers have got one back. Ali McCoist makes it 1-1 and gives the Ibrox faithful something to cheer about. Nigel Spackman took his time. He picked his man out with the chip from the right-hand side. Defenders were sleeping a bit, and McCoist guided his header over a befallen goalkeeper.
Here goes Nigel Spackman, just about to cross in. Nigel Spackman, in actual fact, in the last 15 minutes has been absolutely everywhere for Rangers, and he puts in a fantastic cross where Ali just beats the goalkeeper and defender to the ball, and it's one apiece. But unfortunately, it seems just a little bit too late for Rangers now.
Yes, they need to score 4 more in the last 13 minutes. But it was important they preserved their pride. And they're putting some pep into the game now with Walters. Well done. Hately in the middle. So is McCoist again. McCoist! Oh, he's hit the post. Well, that would have made it interesting. And a reminder from Ali McCoist to Red Star that Rangers are not just going to take all this lying down. Mark Walters with the cross from the left. Good header again. Well guided towards the top corner. Unlucky. Panchev pulls away down the middle. Oh, bad challenge really by Nisbet. Very wild, and Prosinecki, having done the high hurdles, now gets back on the football. Just look at that. To his left is Jugovic, but it was a good little challenge by Sandy Robertson. Here's Walters. McCoist in the middle, so is Hately. McCoist! Oh, and how did Hately not make contact? And Rangers suddenly opening up the Yugoslav defence like they failed to do for most of the evening. It suddenly seems to have given them the opportunity, this lull in the game, to develop the play down the flanks.
Here we see Mark Walters here making a tremendous run and a great early cross going in. Ali misses it first, and then unfortunately Mark Hately can't get across the defender and put it in the back of the net.
Trevor Stephen. He's had a good match. Robertson. Play on, they've got the ball. Stephen again. Walters. Deflected, really. Oh, well played by Scott Nisbet. Good stuff. Hately's coming in here, clouting everybody as he does so. And the goalkeeper will certainly make a meal of that. And the Red Star defenders are furious. And it will be words certainly from the referee to Mark Hately.
Yeah, the ball coming in from Scott Nisbet here, and the goalkeeper seems to have the ball, and I would say that it's possibly not the best challenge that Mark Hately's ever made.
Well played by the young lad at 19 years of age, Sandy Robertson. Very good skill. Nisbet here. Haitley coming in on the goalkeeper now. I think this time Haitley thought he was impeded.
I think he's got a good case as well, John. That he did look as if he was body checked as he went to move for the ball.
And Red Star of Belgrade, the champions of Yugoslavia, go through to the quarter-finals of the European Cup on an aggregate of 4-1. Darko Panchev scored in both matches. The manner of the taking of his goal here was quite superb. It killed the tie stone dead, really, although Rangers got one back through Ali McCoist, number 9. Rangers' catalogue of injuries, no doubt a factor, but they wouldn't argue with the quality and class that the Yugoslavs showed over 2 matches, which was of a very high order indeed. Years ago, Red Star Belgrade went to Anfield and knocked Liverpool out of this competition, and folklore says that that's what made Liverpool change their way of playing. Well, if they did, I fancy that what Panchev and Red Star may have taught Rangers is something that Graham Souness feels may have to be treated in very much the same way, which is difficult in Scottish football. A final score at Ibrox of 1-1, 4-1 on aggregate.